Alright. What's up, new cover lovers? It's the CoverBoi Chronicles, and of course it's the CoverBoi, and I am reviewing the Braxton Family Values. Now, I want to let this be known, I'm not throwing any palm trees, I'm not throwing any leaves, I'm not growing leaves at all. I am not building anything. I'm not building skyscrapers. I'm not doing the Empire State Building. I promise. Okay? I'm not throwing. This is a shade-free environment today. Okay? Because y'all know I can put them up if I want to, but I'm not gonna do that because I love the sisters. I love the sisters. But we'll start with Trina. Trina, what's up, girl? Follow me on Twitter. Gabe, you and Gabe, I love the fact that you were like, I wouldn't mind seeing, like, once your divorce is final, I wouldn't mind seeing Trina date again. Like, what it would be like for you to date again, like, because you're the party girl, and I just started thinking about that, like, that would be something pretty interesting to see for you, like, just to see Trina dating again. Like, that's crazy. But it's cool, like, it's cool. It'd be like, wow. But anywho, speaking of spontaneous Trina, I'm having this event later on in August, and your bar checks will be such a grand idea. So if y'all end up hitting you, hit the comment button right down below, and anywho, it would definitely, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So worth it. Take my word for it. Promise. Bible. Speaking of which, what's going on with your album? Like, I love all these little singles that you're doing. They're cute, they're wonderful, they're spunky. You're not the, soulful Braxton like your other sisters. And you're not alone in that. You're not alone. But my whole thing would be, for you to do your album and just see what the success would be. I mean, you get some success. I've seen you on YouTube. I've seen your videos. I've seen your videos. So, it's always worth a try. Look at your sister. It's always worth a try. So, speaking of which, let me scoom on down to Tracy. Hey, love. She follows me on Twitter. I just want to say I just love that you're coming into your own. It almost seems like you've always been this strong, independent. I'm voicing my opinion. Independent but dependent. Like, I have my family, my sisters, my husband, my family, but you've been, what I'm saying, like, she's a strong woman. I love that about Tracy. You can see that right off her. And I love the fact that she carried herself well when that stuff was going on with her husband. I was just like, that's kind of difficult for a lot of people to, like, be, what I'm saying, but it's crazy. That's really how I felt that was just crazy during that part. I just wanted to say that one part. I felt that was crazy. Kudos to you. And if it was me on the other flip side, I definitely would have put that on TV. But I was in love with your radio show. I love the fact that you branched out and, like, you would have been like some type of correspondent with some radio station, or who knows, some type of news station for, like, Hollywood, like Extra or something like that. That'd have been, I would have pictured you the correspondent type of Braxton. You see what I'm saying? So I was digging that for you. I was definitely on that for you. So I feel like you should, if you're not, like, when you're not with your sisters, or if you guys aren't in the middle of recording right now, you know, that would probably be a nice little, like, to the side thing, you know. Never heard it Wendy. Never heard it Wendy. But, your album, I look forward to it, and I will do a review. I promise. Promise. Because I just love you and love that little single. But yes, I would definitely do an album review for you. Tawanda, I wanted to speak to you specially, and it's going to seem like I'm coming down on you. I'm not. I disagree with what your mother said in terms of you being the level-headed Braxton sister, like the one that, you know, had it all together, or had a plan, or the one that always had a plan, and then a backup plan, and then another backup plan, and a secret stash just in case. Like, you know what I'm saying? The neat organized Braxton. I don't know how to say this without offending the other sisters, but I mean, it's the truth. And don't get big-headed, but I'm just saying. It's like, but like, with you and Tamar, I feel like you guys, like, that should have been, like, with me, like, my sister, she's the oldest, and I'm the youngest. So, like, when we have our little spiffles or whatnot, you know, like, I let her have her moment. Not just because I'm a guy, because I can still have my moment. And let's let that not be done, because, baby, I will let my moments be known. Anywho, but we have a mature conversation, and I know sometimes it may be hard for you because sometimes we're teen too much, but we're not. That's just something that's just who we are. You just have to learn to accept us, just like we accept you, and especially in her time of need. But I'm glad to see that you were there. Now, thinking back on that video, because when I was watching y'all on the Soul Train Awards, and then they replayed what you had said about your sister, I was like, I guess she did say that, because I was like, when she at first, I was like, she ain't say that. I was like, and I had to think back. I was like, I guess she really did say that, because I was watching, and if y'all didn't know, I did do a review. I just don't remember her saying that. It's been so long. This has been since, like, November, but, like, yeah. Anywho, I say kudos that you love your sister, hug your sister, all that jazz. I want to see you in acting. Like, I've seen you behind the scenes. You're awesome. And, you know, the Secret Squirrels, sickening. But I think that you need to be acting. And I know that your sisters will agree with me, especially Tony. I know she'll agree with me. But speaking of Tony, can you go back on The View? Like, I loved you on The View when you were going there for your book. I was watching that, and then I watched you all throughout last year when you were going to, like, all these different places, like at the Jingle Bell, or not at the Jingle Ball, but the lighting of the Christmas tree. There were a few other places that she was at with Babyface, and I loved the little promotion that you did with your album and stuff like that. I'm kind of mixing what I had to say about Tony and, like, her book. My mom says her book was great. I thought her album was great. Tamar, I did want to say some things about you. I felt like I was in love with your little star power going on. Like, first off, for her to have this beat album to come out and have this beat baby and then just have this beat life And then just have this beat husband, like, she is just beat to the beat. Like, what is going on with loving her? Like, why not? So, I felt like with Tamar, I loved her star power, and for her to cut her hair after the Grammy, or like at the Grammys, like right before she hit the, if y'all didn't know, like right during the, if y'all watched the Braxton film, if y'all didn't watch, there was a back behind the scenes to show y'all, like, y'all know some of her, some of her stuff ain't, which is fine, she announced that, but that was her real hair when y'all seen it at the Grammys. Some of that was her real hair, like a good percentage of it, like long that. So now she got screwed back with extensions and things of that nature. But I feel like I loved that short haircut. It was sickening. It was beat. I loved that red dress. Oh my God. If my list was not already picked, Tamar, baby, that dress. Oh my God. But that's all I'm going to say about that dress. You and your sisters, I'm the youngest, so I know how sometimes it is kind of hard to relate with some of your older sisters, or when you relate to them, it's just like, because right now you're in a different space in your life, and so it's just like they're still in the mode that when you were like in the first parts of the seasons where you got to travel with them a lot and things of that nature. They still get to travel a lot. They're traveling, some like Tawanda and Trina travel a lot with Tony. Tracy's at home with the family, and then your mom's been with you and Luke. So like, I feel like I understand where you were coming from with you grew up as a family. I love my girl, that's for another video. But yes, I see what you were talking about. So just know that you have another youngest that agrees with your girl. Okay. And you are still beat to the beat. But anywho, Miss Mama Braxton, I wanted to let everybody know. Okay, so what I did was, in the beginning of, or at the end of last year, I had the Ciroc the New Year with CoverBoi, and I did a poll, a cover lover poll, on which mother was the most outrageous mother of 2013. Was it Mama Joyce from Real Housewives of Atlanta? It was Candy's mama. Mama Jones, Chrissy and Mr. Jones. That's Jim Jones' mama. Or Mama D, that's Lil Scrappy's mama from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So that was that poll. That's not for this video, but I had did that poll, and I'm glad that I didn't have to put, Mama Braxton, because Mama Braxton, like, she's got wonderful grandbabies, she just had another one, and, like, she's just basking in her, she's a happy mom, she's a happy grandmother, like, she's just got all these grateful things to be blessed with. All these other mamas is just doing all this extra stuff, and she's a real mama with class, a real mama, because you can tell some mama gets real, but she's got so much class. Live for it. Speaking of that, with you and your ex-husband, at the christening of the baby, like, y'all were going, couldn't y'all have, like, just teamwork together, like, planned it out before? Because you could tell that it wasn't planned out, and y'all were just running over each other, and he was just saying all these things, and it eventually came together. it looked like, and it looked like it was wonderful. I loved it. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. So, the CoverBoi comment is, I hope that next season, when you guys do the Braxton family values, that the sisters are, because Tony, you signed a contract, you gonna do what you said. All of the sisters and the fans, we want to see it. We want to see this Braxton Sisters family CD immediately. So it would be nice if for the promotion of it, you know, you guys put the CD, you guys put the album out probably after the season. So you do the next, you guys start recording for the next season, and you guys are recording also at the same time, like at the process, so that way you guys get the behind the scenes of what Tony was talking about before in the previous season, and when she was like, I don't want to do it, if she had good reasons for it. I, on the other hand, I do, but I still think it would be sickening. I agree with her. It probably will be a chaos mess, because it was kind of a chaos mess before, because Tony only wanted to commit to 2 songs, and the girls wanted her to commit, or the women wanted her to commit to every single song, you know, just at least do some background ad-lib, something, you know, like, she had to be a diva. If she's not being a diva, then, you know, I mean, you know, blend, everybody blend. It's the sisters, not Diana Ross and the Supremes. Okay? Alright, ladies. So, with that being said, tweet the show. Cover Lovers, CoverBoi Chronicles, my like page, my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram. Be sure to like, comment, and y'all know what to do. Subscribe to TheSpiritsoulstar, my YouTube channel, and let me know how outrageous and how much I did not throw shade to anybody. Okay, at the bottom. Alright, my lovelies. Until the next video.